No.
All right. So on this episode of this Cooker Workshop, this will be a third attempt to unbox and assemble our Craftsman router table. I will go ahead and say we've done this twice already, but our phones did not want to record the assembly, so hopefully third time's the charm. All right. So about this router table, this is probably the only router table combo that I could find that was affordable and seemed useful to buy. There was one on on Harbor Freight, but that was less powerful. It was bigger, and in all honesty, Harbor Freight's good for some of the cheap stuff I've been buying. But with this, I'd rather go with a little bit better quality, and hopefully this will be it. And this was the only other one. Everything else is a table that you have to adhere a router to, which is great and all, but I don't trust myself to do that without it exploding or measures being off and me constantly screwing myself over. It could definitely happen. So we'll stick with one that comes with it, that we know fits it perfectly. Hopefully. So then, let's see what's all in here. So, cardboard, we have miscellaneous parts right here. Base plates for the router. The fence for the router table. The manuals for the router table. And the router. More cardboard. The router. Cardboard. Miter gauge. Two red things, I'm assuming are legs. The table itself. And actually a little pamphlet called Gain the Most from Your Router. In like a bunch of different languages. So quite useful. So then, given my experience the past few times of trying to do this, I am a little prepared to as well for should something happen. For instance, magnets to drag around the floor if some of the little metal bits fall, which I've done this already. I've had to use this for it already other times. Pencil for marking stuff when needed. Screwdriver, metal tray, and magnetic tray. These are always invaluable. So little metal bits don't go running off on me, which has happened. All right, and so clear off some space here and get this thing on the road. All right, that can go in there. All right, so first things first, we gotta double check that we have all the parts we need, which is right here. Alrighty, two legs, check. Table, check. Fence assembly, check. Miter gauge, check. Two feather boards. Check. Insert rings of three different sizes, one each. Check. Long round head square nuts, neck and bolts. 4. I'm going to put these in a metal tray so they're easier to sort through. Hopefully this won't take too long. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. And here's where the tray comes in handy. Wham. 4 clamping knobs. Check. 4 large plain washers. Check. Long pan head screw. Check.
short pan head screw. Check. Small plain washer, 16 of them. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. 8 spring nut washers. 1, 2, or spring washers. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ah, okay, 4. All right, good. Whew. 8 of them there. Check. 8 nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. 3 flathead bolts. Check. Router. Check. Also, 2 screws. I have no idea what they're for. And a metal wrench that just came with it. So, on to the assembly. These go back on here. And back there. These will go out of the way in here, and we can start assembling this. Oh, these don't need these, they can go in there. Now, see what it says in the instruction manual. First thing, place the router table surface upside down on a flat level surface. Close enough. Oh, and the market's going there. Alright, there we go. Place the legs relative to the router table as shown in figure 3. There we go. Then, place small plain washers onto each of the 2 short pinhead screws and the short pinhead screws up through the holes in the table and through the holes in the leg bracket. Place ball mirror spring washer nut onto the threads to screw loosely tying the nuts. Alright, so it's on these 2 outside things here. And to make sure I don't lose them, I'm just going to do this right now and put them in there. So just do this like this. Up that one. These are the square nut bolts. Almost. And those are supposed to be the short bolts. Alright, so place this on here, here, and then place the order of them. Washer, spring nut, and nut on there. Alright, next one. There's a nice. There we go. onto there. Here. Alright, then next, place plain washer each of the two long panhead screws instead of the long panhead screws up through the other two holes in the tabletop with the corner spine holes and legs. And then place small plain washers, spring nut and nut on threads of screw, as shown in figure 4. And so that one's really simple too. I'm going to finger attached. The same thing there. It's set, so I don't have to lose them. Here. And my washer. Where did that just go? Yeah. Oh, that's not good. That's it. Thank you. Ah, there it is. Thank you. They're all ready. There we go. One more. I guess we have that thing up. I guess we have that top thing up.
I think it is, yes. Thank goodness.
One more. Alright, there we go. And then tying with a Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, nice and tightened. And now, on to the next part. Next, Attaching the router to the table. Attach it after you assemble the table. Place the router tip upright, front edge closest to you. Remove the base plate if your mouse is in table 2. Determine the hole pattern. Yeah, alright, so first, removing the router base plate. And it's simple enough. Alright, next, find the holes. So basically what I'm lining it up to is the height adjustment hole, which is this hole right here. Took me a little while to figure that out the first time. So that's that hole right there. So I can stick an Allen wrench and adjust the heights. Whoop. So, looking at the diagram it shows, that's the height adjustment hole right there. Hole C. And these are holes A, which are my mounting holes. So I'm using this hole to make sure that's lined up, and the mounting hole should line up with those, as I have learned. It says to just hold this thing up like this while you screw it in. I'm going to be a little smarter than that. So we can wish as it is. And lots of stress. There we go. That's good enough. That'll work. So, lining them up. This is, where's that hole? There, that's where it is. So, that goes to here. And yep, I can see it there. Alrighty then. Next, use a line above the height adjustment hole, your Craftsman router. Did that. Insert 3 flathead bolts for each of the 3 chosen router table holes. Hold the router in one hand, securely tying the flathead bolt with a Phillips screwdriver. Where'd that go? Screwdriver, if your round mouse is table 2, it is, so we're not worrying about that. Alrighty. So that's all lined up and tightly secured. next is attaching the fence plates. Already unplugged, right there. Alright, so fence plate assembly. Right. Okay, that goes on that side, my bad. So, remove the two clamping knobs, place the fence assembly table on with the 4 wing nuts facing towards you, line the 2 holes in the bottom fence with the 2 channels on the router table, and then secure with the 3 clamping knobs. That actually doesn't make sense because this third one doesn't go into the wood. But the first time confused the heck out of me. But that's how it goes with these things. And the nuts, the screws are already in here, so this makes this easier. Alright. Alright, so line those up. Alright, that's how it's supposed to be. Put that there. Alright, so now square it up. This is all as back as you can be. And there we go. Attaching the fixture. Attaching the micro gauge. It's already been previously assembled. So there we go. Done. And then install the tabletop ring inserts. Three different ones. Says remove the router before installing. That does not make sense to me. I don't know why it wants me to do that. Because all I have to do is take one and you just get inserted right into there. So we just want to make sure there's an 1/8 of an inch around our router cutting bits whenever we change our mounts. So that's simple enough. And it should be taken out like that. Next up is mounting the surface to a table. Not doing that yet. This is going to be the feather boards. So, attach the feather board to the fence. Place the feather board on the fence as shown. Insert round head square nut bolts through the holes in the fence. Slide a plain line, large washer on each bolt, then tie with the clamping knobs. So, feed tables this direction. I think that's where it's supposed to be, or it's supposed to be like that there. I'm just over here. So, it's simple, hopefully, it better be. Alright, so 2 things to keep in mind if you ever try and use your iPhone for making videos for YouTube. Phone calls will interrupt your video, and when you start to run out of memory, you're not going to be able to take videos for as long as you thought. So we now have a little bit of jump to where I've put the feather board on the table, and we've got this all set up. Now the catch thing you also missed was, for some reason this isn't turned on. Like an idiot, I forgot to flip the router on. So now, it runs. So, let's see if it'll make it right. And as Norm Abram always says, always wear your safety glasses. You all didn't see that. But it cuts. And it works. And that's the Craftsman router.
All right. Now it is.
Alright, so after that phone call just stopped us from video recording. We're back now. And it basically back to testing the failure boards. Don't do what I did and try and put the nut, the washer there. So we got a nut through here, through here. Next one. Okay.